What's going on, world? What's cracking? What's the deal? It's your man's, everybody's favorite Unc. And before we even get into today's video, I just want to preface it by saying this. If you're buying Metal Cooler, more power to you. If you were sitting this one out and voting with your wallet, more power to you as well. At the end of the day, it's all about getting what you love and doing what you love. I just felt like I had to say that because some people in this community, that is the toy collecting community, they just feel like they have nothing better to do but shit on people for their opinions. And me, I'm not like that. And if you don't believe it, go read my bio. It literally says go touch grass. So if you have a problem with anything that I say in this video, maybe you should learn to play an instrument, meet a girl, or just go do something with your life in general. But anyway, now that we got that out of the way, if you're watching this video, you probably already know what it's about. Tamashii Nations released the pre-order for the new Metal Cooler on P Bandai as a P Bandai exclusive this morning at 10 o'clock. Yes, they revealed it during their New York City event. I forget what the hell it's called. I don't really care. I just collect the toys. They revealed it during this event. I was on the live stream while they revealed it, and it was so funny being in the chat during this Instagram live. It was literally like being on a road trip with a 5-year-old kid who kept asking, "Are we there yet?" every 10 seconds. Literally, the chat was spammed with "Show Metal Cooler" for like 20 minutes before they actually did. But they finally made the reveal. And of course, once they did, I took my happy ass over to P Bandai because I had already decided that I was going to buy this figure. And then I saw the price. What? Yeah, $120. And then I clicked add to cart because my man raised no bitch and I wasn't backing out. And I saw the taxes and shipping added. What? Yeah, $140. Now, here's the thing. I've never been the biggest Cooler fan. As a matter of fact, I was not a huge fan of Cooler's Revenge or Return of Cooler, either of those movies. But I've always enjoyed the character design of Cooler. And when they revealed this figure last night, or when it was leaked last night, I was super excited when I saw it because it just looked like such an awesome figure. And I'm not here to talk about whether or not it's worth the $140 after shipping. I'm not here to talk about whether or not I think it's a good idea for you to buy this or not to buy it, because hey, as I stated already, I bought the damn figure because I wanted the damn figure, and if you want the damn figure, buy the damn figure. But anyway, I'm here to talk about why I think that this could become one of the harder to come by figures in the Dragon Ball Z Figuarts line. Now, we've seen the trend happening over the past couple years with everything, not just action figures. Everything is going up in price, and of course the economy, inflation, COVID, all these things have a lot to do with why the prices have been going up on a lot of things. And it's been said for a long time that a lot of people think the bubble is going to burst soon. And I'd like to subscribe to that belief as well. I'm not here to talk about economics or what's going on in the world today. I'm just here to talk to you about my opinions and what I think is going to happen. Now, if you look at the trends with a lot of P Bandai exclusives, most of the ones that we've gotten in the last year have ranged anywhere from that $60 price range all the way up to right at $100. I believe this is the most expensive P Bandai exclusive in the Dragon Ball Z line that we have gotten all year. More expensive than Orange Piccolo, which is a premium size figure, and more expensive than Beast Gohan, which comes with a litany of accessories, and it looks like a semi-softer plastic on the ab crunch area. It just looks like a very innovative figure. Now, once again, I'm gonna tell you what I'm not here to talk about. I'm not here to talk about the innovations that Tamashii Nations is making or the ones that they aren't, because if you've watched any of the videos on my channel, you know that I am not a scientist. I do not design action figures. I just play with toys. So I'm going to talk from a pretty much objective point of view in the rest of this video. Now, it can be said that Gohan is probably a much more popular character than Cooler. Hell, it can be said that Piccolo is a much more popular character than Cooler. To me, as a person who grew up in the late 90s, born in 1991, yes, I'm old, any characters that come from the pre-Super era are the ones that I look forward to the most. So when they announce characters like Dr. Gero or Android 19 for pre-order, of course those are going to be the ones that I'm eyeing the most. So when they dropped the Metal Cooler tease, I was like, yes, let's do it. More Dragon Ball Z, less Super. I'm about it all day. But these are the reasons why I think that this figure is going to quickly become one of the hardest to obtain figures in the Figuarts line, and why I think that obviously the price is going to be astronomical. Now, it's no secret that once the pre-orders close on P Bandai, they go to places like Big Bad Toy Store, Ami, I think AliExpress as well, and a lot of other places where the currency is listed as not Zenny, yen, whatever. And I don't really go to those sites often because I'm lazy and don't feel like recalculating what the dollar amount is, all that other good stuff, you know. So for the most part, I try to stay with Big Bad Toy Store, Ami, 5K Toys, Entertainment Earth, Toy Arena, places like that. And we all know because these are import figures that the price is going to be jacked up a certain percentage when the pre-order hits those sites. So let's just do some guesstimation, some hypothesizing, if you will, and give me your grace. If you want to talk shit, put it in the comments. So this figure is $120 on P Bandai, which is going to be the lowest price possible ever. Like ever in the lifespan of this figure, unless you happen to get it loose on the secondhand market, which we'll get to, because I don't even think you're going to be able to get it that low loose because of how high the price has already been set. So once it hits those other sites, it's of course not going to be up for $120. My guesstimation is that on Big Bad Toy Store, it will be from anywhere around $170 all the way to $200. And that's just based off of previous knowledge. If you look at the Guts and Griffith from Berserk that just dropped recently, I believe respectfully, the Guts was going for $80, and I believe the Griffith was going for $100. Guts was $100 on Big Bad Toy Store after the P Bandai exclusive pre-order went out, and Griffith was $145. And I believe it's like that on every website. So if we're going off of that, then yeah, once this thing hits Big Bad Toy Store, it's going to be around $170 to $200, which is utterly ridiculous. So let's just take a little trip down memory lane. Not that far back, let's look at Turles. Turles, the last P Bandai exclusive figure that I purchased. Did I pre-order this? No. Why didn't I pre-order this? Because I'm a dumbass. And I'll tell you, when this was out on P Bandai, I believe it was $60, $70, I want to say $75 at the most was how much it cost on P Bandai. Big Bad Toy Store, I think they had it at $90. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Throw it in the comments below. I don't really give a shit. I'm doing this all off the cuff right now from memory. So, when Turles came out on sites like Mercari and eBay, he was going anywhere from $150 to $200. I remember this vividly because I wanted a Turles very, very bad, and I was watching all of the resale sites as soon as people started to receive their beautiful brown shipped boxes with Turles inside. Once I saw the price start to drop to about $120 to $130, I said, you know what, I'm going to pull the trigger. I did see a listing for like $115 at this time on Mercari. I think that was the lowest it sold. I didn't get paid in time to get that one, so the next lowest offering was for $130. So I spent $130 on Turles, and to this day, that is the most expensive action figure that I have purchased. Now, do I think Turles was worth $130? Absolutely not. Am I happy that I bought Turles for $130? Absolutely not. Am I happy to have Turles? Absolutely. I'll tell you, I reviewed that figure. It's not a terrible figure, but it's not worth $130. Go watch my review. Anyway, I say all that to say, yes, I got gypped. And no, I'm not mad because I got what I wanted. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. These things are about what it's worth to you. And if it's worth it to you to pay $120 on Premium Bandai, then by all means, do that. That's why I purchased Metal Cooler on Premium Bandai. So, with that logic in mind, once the Big Bad Toy Store pre-order closes for this guy, and you've missed a chance to not only get him at $120, but now you've missed a chance to get him at, let's just spitball here and say $185. Once this guy comes out and is on the secondhand market, you can bet your jolly green ass that he's going to be going for at least $200. Will people bite? They always do. I mean, let's take a look at the recently re-released Kong Super Saiyan 5 Goku and the golden version of Kong Super Saiyan 5 Goku. Both versions are going for no less than $160 right now on the secondhand market. Now, as a person who's waiting for mine to come in the mail, review coming soon, do I think that this figure is worth over $150? Hell no. I don't even have it in my hands yet. Now, to be fair, I bought mine from 5K Toys during the restock, and I got it for $65. That's the white-haired version of Super Saiyan 5 Goku. That figure looks well worth $65. Now, is this gold companion worth $200? Let's factor in how rare he is. Yeah, sure, if it's worth $200 to you, go for it. But from an objective point of view, I'm just saying from engineering, from how the figure looks, from the quality, I can tell you right now without even touching it, those figures are not worth $200. And I can tell you right now, by looking at these pictures of Metal Cooler, this figure is not worth $200. I can tell you right now, by looking at these pictures of Metal Cooler, this figure is not worth $120. But anyway, back to my point. So yeah, once this figure releases and once all pre-order windows have closed, in my estimation and in my guesstimation, you're probably gonna have to pay at least $200 for this guy. Is that fair? Nah, but life ain't fair either. So let's get to the next reason why I think this figure is gonna be one of the hardest to come by and most expensive. The demand. So let's just be real here. Dragon Ball movies are beloved by everybody in the fandom, but there's only a few movie characters that you could even constitute have nearly as much popularity as, you know, your mainline characters. Be it Broly, if you want to count future Gohan, you can count him too. And of course you have Gogeta. In my opinion, these are the only three movie characters that I would say are even as remotely popular as any of your, let's just say, top 10 popular Dragon Ball characters from your mainline show. Cooler, on the other hand, is only popular for looking cool. Let's all be real here. And he's only popular for being Frieza's brother. So at the end of the day, unless you're a super Dragon Ball Heroes fan or an OG fan like myself, or a completist, you're probably not gonna buy this figure, and especially when it's price tagged at $120 on pre-order. Couple that with the fact that I have never seen such a polarizing release by P Bandai in all of my time collecting Dragon Ball Figuarts figures. It's only been about 2 years, give or take, so maybe I don't have the most experience, and I'm open to criticisms and learning from anyone in the comments watching this video. But as long as I've been collecting these figures, I don't think I've seen a more polarizing drop. It's either you're gonna buy it, or either you're pissed off about the price and you're voting with your wallet. And because it's so divided, that makes me believe that they are not gonna sell anywhere near the amount of figures that they think that they are, which leads to my next point. Because there's not as many people that are gonna want this figure, there's gonna be less of them in the wild. It's gonna be harder to get because most people that have these figures are not gonna be selling it. Now, I say that to say there's always gonna be people that are gonna scalp this figure and try to get as much money as possible. I mean, we see it all the time, right? But even with that being said, there's another loophole. Restocks. Let's look at the restocks. Okay, so we know this is not gonna ever be out on P Bandai again unless they do a re-release with a whole nother pre-order. But we do know for a fact almost, and I can say this with a lot of assurance, that this figure is not gonna sell that many units. So there's gonna be a lot that are left over. So there's gonna be places like Big Bad Toy Store, Ami, AliExpress, wherever you order from, like I said earlier in the video, that are gonna periodically have this figure restocked again. But again, like I said earlier, it's gonna be restocked for that original price that they marked it up at. So I say all that to say that the cheapest you're probably gonna be able to get this figure in the future is maybe 170, 180, and then even then, you may be able to find someone selling it loose on Mercari or eBay. But you know, the fact that these figures are going to be jacked up to at least $200 when the resellers get their hands on them, that loose this thing isn't going to be anywhere close to that 120 that you could have played on P Bandai. I mean, maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe I'm right. But hey, at the end of the day, like I said, it's all about being happy and getting what makes you happy. So whether or not you decided to buy this figure, to me, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that your mental is good and that you're doing things that you want to do and that are smart for you. But anyway, what do you think about this topic, man? Do you think this figure is going to become one of the hardest ones to get? One of the rarest Dragon Ball Z SHF figures? I mean, I think it is. There's a lot that you could talk about in the discussion already. Arlia Vegeta, before the re-release at the event in New York City right now, Awakening Goku, hell, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Battle Damaged, Vegito Blue, which I think was an event exclusive as well. You got that one Mexico World Tour Goku as well. There's so many that are rare that you never see listed that are hard to find. And although this one isn't an event exclusive, I do think that for a premium Bandai exclusive, this is gonna be one of the ones that's harder to get your hands on. But anyway, guys, if you don't know much about me, definitely check out some of the other videos. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the video, shit, give me a thumbs down. Tell me in the comments why I suck. I know you can't see my face in this video, so you can't tell me how sexy I am or how ugly I am, but if you wanna tell me if my voice is sexy or ugly, do that too. But anyway, hope everybody has a good weekend. Stick around for more stuff on the channel. And until next time, peace.